Coronavirus and the mark of the beast. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachai Kodash, and welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one, once again, Coronavirus and the Mark of the Beast. Pretty much I just ran across this article on, it's from Cryptagon, Cryptagon.com, and pretty much it's something that this guy Bill Gates said, and pretty much, he just stepped down as a CEO of Microsoft, because they know something's about to go down. But he just came out and said, in Cryptagon.com, Bill Gates, when coronavirus vaccine becomes available, digital certificates will show who has received it. This is March 19, 2020, the year of Karagma, which was actually yesterday. I just happened to run across it just now, so pretty much this is, even further proof that they plan on using this pandemic, as an excuse to get everyone chipped. Because how else will you have a digital certificate if there's no way to, know for sure who got it? So if they have the chip in them, they'll be able to track it digitally. It says eventually we will have some digital certificate to show who has recovered or been tested recently, or when we have a vaccine, who has received it. Via Reddit, I am Bill Gates, co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation AMA about COVID-19. And they have more information there, but that was pretty much it. And you don't even need to say much more than that, right? So like the elder Manad Zagba said, digital certificates. So how can you get, let's see, matter of fact, let's look up that term, digital certificate. Digital certificate. A digital certificate is an electronic password that allows a person, organization to exchange data securely over the internet. So how the hell are they going to have a digital certificate that you can share over the internet without having something physically in you to link you to that device, or to know that you have been tested or vaccinated, So it says a digital certificate is an electronic password that allows a person, organization to exchange data securely over the internet using the public key infrastructure, PKI. Digital certificate is also known as a public key certificate or identity certificate. So pretty much when they have in this vaccine, they're going to have something in there to where it's going to be able to track, and you'll be able to see online who received the vaccine and who didn't. You see, so this is even more proof that they're planning on pushing the mark of the beast, which is a microchip, through these vaccines. And when you look up the term, mark in the book of Revelation 13:16, which you'll read that, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. And when you look up the word mark, right, what's interesting about it is we know that the mark, or is charagma, which is the actual microchip. It goes to the root word karax, which is the actual needle that they use to put the microchip in you. But one thing that not many people speak about is the root word to karax, which is graphel, which are the writings and the records to write with reference to the form of the letters. And these electronic or digital certificates and those different things that go back and forth that communicate with the computer through this microchip, this is the actual records of an individual that's going to be in that microchip. because each individual is going to have a microchip. Each microchip is unique from each other, even though they all look the same, because they're all going to have different numbers assigned to them depending on who is assigned to them. And it's going to have all of your history on it, including your medical records. And that's how they be able to know who took the vaccine and who didn't. They're clamping down, man. It says to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. For what purpose? For the purpose of keeping records. Let's see. To write with reference to the content of the writing. To express in written characters. To commit to writing things not to be forgotten. Write down, record. So these records, or this word graphel, which is the actual root word to the word karax, which is the root word to the word karagma, is records. Because you have the mark of the beast, which is a microchip. You have the karax, which is the actual syringe that they use to inject it into you. And then you have graphel, which are the records contained on there. Because even when you have a debit card or credit card or whatever, that has to communicate somehow, some way, to be able to either take money out or put money in. So it's the same thing with this microchip. You know, it has information in it, and in order to extract that information, you have to activate it by putting it under a scanner. And then you notice when they put it under a scanner, it doesn't recognize it right away. It takes a few seconds before it's actually activated, because what happens is when they put the scanner on it, something in the scanner, the signal from the scanner, activates the microchip, so that the microchip can communicate with that scanner to let it know whose microchip that is, what information is in there. Did they take their medication today? Do they have money in their bank? You know, do they have a criminal record? Is their license up to par, up to date? So on and so forth. You know, so they locking the whole world down, man. You know, so this was kind of wild when I read it. I was like, wow. It said Bill Gates, which we know that they're gonna do it, but they're just blatantly just coming out with it, because the last step for the so-called Illuminati to do is to make everything public, have everyone to look, you know, and know what they're up to, because they have nothing else to hide. This is why they took away the circuses. This is why they took away all distractions and got everybody's attention on this coronavirus pandemic that they got going on. Whether it's a hoax or whether it's real, it doesn't matter. They're using it to the limit. They're pushing it to the limit, you know, and this is a way to get the people's mind focused on what's going on. And eventually, when they so-called come up with the so-called cure will have some form of chip in it that they're going to put into the people. You see, so it says Bill Gates, when coronavirus vaccine becomes available, digital certificates will show who has received it. We looked up digital certificate. A digital certificate is an electronic password that allows a person or organization to exchange data securely over the internet using the public key infrastructure, PKI. So how can they do that unless there's something within those vaccines that allow them to communicate electronically? You see? So it's on, man. It's on like Donkey Kong. You know, so, you know, that's just been a little update. The coronavirus and the mark of the beast, because this is the last, or this is one of the final prophecies that need to go down and need to come to pass in order for this whole thing to move forward faster. You know, once that happens, the Most High is going to fast track everything, you know, because that is one of the main prophecies that have to happen in the world so that everything can move a lot faster and a lot quicker. This is why the scriptures say that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. And it says, be not ignorant of anything in a small matter or in a great matter. And this just so happened to be a great matter. So when I ran across this, I said, you know what, let me just do a quick video on it, you know, report it out there, because we are spiritual reporters, you know, and, you know, just, you know, there's going to be more stuff coming out. It's going to be more and more stuff coming out, you know, as the days roll along, you know, and pretty much the world is in shutdown mode. You know, they're slowly but surely putting that grip of death on everybody, and you know, just having everyone, you know, pushed into a corner, you know, like a rat. And that's what's happening right now. So with that, you know, I pray that your brothers have been edified, and until the next time I say shalom. A great matter. This, I said, you know what, let me just do a quick video, you know, report it out there, because we are spiritual reporters, you know. And you know, just, you know, there's gonna be more stuff coming out. It's gonna be more and more stuff coming out, you know, as the days come roll along, you know. And